Frugal and Fab. Here to show you how to create DIY room and shade is your host, Emily Sparks.
Hi, and welcome to Frugal and Fab. Today I'm going to show you how to make do-it-yourself Roman shades from mini blinds. So here, first, I'll show you what supplies you're going to need. First, you need decoupage, a bowl for decoupage. You need clothespins, a brush for the decoupage, scissors, a tape measure, and a pencil. Let's get started. Okay, so first, your blinds have a string that is what pulls the blinds up and down. So what we're going to do is cut the ladder strings here that are in between. So you want to make sure and not cut this string here that operates the blinds. You only want to cut the ladder strings. So first we're going to do that. Okay, and I'm going to cut the string from the top as well. Okay, so I'm going to remove the ladder strings now that I've cut them off. Actually just slide off the bottom and we can trash those. Okay, and then next you have your slats here, and you want to make sure and measure the length of your window and know how many, well, you want to know the length of your blinds, and then you want to know how many slats that you need. So our slats need to be 7 inches apart, so you're going to measure your window and then divide the length of your window by 7 to determine how many you need. So in this case, we need 5 slats. To save time, I've already taken off and removed some slats, but I'll go ahead and show you how I'm gonna break these off. Okay, so I've done the math and I need 5, so I'm gonna go through and break off. I have 8 here, so I'm going to break off 3, and that includes the bottom bar. So just go through and snap these off. Okay, so now I have 5 slats left, and I want to measure and have them 7 inches apart. But that also includes the 2 inches for the size of the slats. So now I'm going to take my fabric, which I've already cut, but when you measure your fabric, you want your fabric to be, to measure 2 inches from the outside of your blinds. So 2 inches on the top, 2 inches on the bottom, and then 2 inches on each side of the blinds. So we'll go ahead and lay out the fabric. Okay, so we've laid out our fabric, and we'll measure and mark where we need the slats and glue the fabric when we get back from break. Oh, we need to keep talking, okay.
Do you ever get frustrated at how long it takes you to type a report and how many errors you have?
Why are you so upset? It's gonna take me all day to type these reports, and they're due by 5. Well, why don't you just come to the movies tonight with me instead? I can't today. I have to finish this or I'm gonna get fired.
Have you ever tried Type Fast hand sanitizer? You just put it on your hands and you can type a full report in 30 seconds with no errors.
Okay, I'll give it a try. Wow, it worked. Let's go catch that movie.
Welcome back to Frugal and Fab. Today we're making Roman shades from mini blinds. Before we left for break, I laid out the fabric, and we now need to go through, mark where we want the slats to be, and then we're going to start gluing them. So I've already pre-measured where the slats need to be to save time for the show today, but I'm going to set them out and show you with the tape measure how I measured where the slats need to be. So I'm going to start from the top here and the top of the blinds and measure out to 5 inches. And that allows 2 inches for the slat. So I'm going to go ahead and lay this out on the fabric and place them 7 inches apart. Okay, so I have the slats in place, and the next thing I need to do is to cut the fabric here and notch it out so that it wraps nicely around the bracket here. So I'm going to cut this here. Okay, so that's cut. So now I'm going to take the decoupage and use the foam brush, and I'm going to coat the bracket, and I'm going to coat the fabric, and then I'm going to place the fabric on there, and then I'm going to use a clothespin to keep the fabric in place until it dries. And then you want to go through and do the same thing with the slats. So I'll go through and coat the slat, coat where the slat is going to be on the fabric, put the decoupage on the fabric, and then put it back in place. And then we're going to fold the fabric over, and again, place a clothespin to keep it in place. So you'll go through and do that with each of the slats, and you'll go all the way down. So we'll go ahead and do one more. Okay. And then next, we're going to go to the bottom bar and glue the fabric to the bottom bar. So we're going to coat the bar, coat the fabric, going to wrap it around, and again use clothespins to keep it in place, and you can always put more decoupage to make sure the fabric is on there well. And this here is the completed Roman shade that we have. I'll show you how it works here and how the finished product looks. So this right here is what it looks like when it's finished. And again, we have to wait till the decoupage dries, but once we glue the rest of this and it's complete, this is what it will look like, and looks a lot better than mini blinds, and it's a much cheaper option than getting curtains made. So that was it for today. I hope that you learned how to make Roman shades, and we will see you next time on Frugal and Fab.